Hello everyone. Recently, I've said this. The issue is that automation is usually not a part of the natural progression. I was wrong. Maybe. You see, I have realized something since my last video. Having the simplest automation possible is probably going to be enough for a regular person. That means a player has no reason to build bigger farms, and that is a missed opportunity for a project. And before I continue with my arguments, I am not advocating for everyone to becoming a technical player. I can see why you don't want to, and I will address that later in this video. Having something being hard to obtain or get it behind a proper farm means you have projects to do. You have goals in your world. Here is an example. Netherite blocks. They are amazing building blocks, but they're also one of the most expensive resources in this game. So, the sole fact that it is rare and desirable calls for a challenge. I want to build with netherite blocks, and I am willing to commit to obtaining them in my Let's Play series at some point. To have decent supply of netherite blocks, I need a World Eater, a TNT flying machine that will completely wipe out an area and leave nothing behind but ancient debris. But before that, we need a tunnel bored to make space for a World Eater. To build them, we need huge supplies of iron, slime, redstone, wood, stone, and TNT. Also, we need a mob switch to prevent mobs from messing up a World Eater. As you can see, we have projects for months, just from a single goal to break the system and obtain a rare resource in big quantities. Here's another example. You have got your elytra and now you want fireworks to fly properly. What are you gonna do? Kill creepers all night long? No, at some point you will want to make a creeper farm. Even if you're a casual player, you can easily find a tutorial for a basic creeper farm that you can understand. And speaking of tutorials, in my last video I have said this. While Minecraft's technical progression is important, it is not natural. A regular player is very unlikely to discover a method to make an iron farm from just playing the game. But you know what? Nobody plays Minecraft like that. People want to experience games like Doom Eternal or Half-Life Alyx without prior knowledge. But with Minecraft, you probably know about Minecraft and how it works from the internet. Minecraft can get away with things like Minecraft doesn't even tell you how to make a nether portal. Because everyone knows how to make a nether portal. It is not a spoiler. While it should be a game design flaw on paper, in practice, nobody cares. However, I think this approach can backfire and I will talk about it later. So, if you are not a technical player and if you are tired of manually collecting iron, gold, gunpowder, wood, quartz or whatever, or if you want to scale up your projects, maybe it is time to learn redstone. After all, it is more projects to do and more goals to achieve. Here is another example. You know what made me look at redstone as a valuable tool? This, and this, and this. I hate storage chaos, but I also hate manual sorting. All I want is to just dump items like this and have them being sorted automatically. And I haven't used a mod to do so because, again, it is a missed opportunity for a project. So this is why I think we don't need small-scale automation for absolutely everything. If you feel like you need something automatically, it might be an incentive to actually learn how to automate, which can open endless opportunities for projects. That's why people didn't like zero-tick farms, AFK fishing farms, and new iron farms, because if you have them, there is no incentive to go further. And I have talked about why you cannot just ignore these farms in my previous video. The point about that is still valid. But here is an issue. Not everyone wants to be a technical player. I totally understand that. For example, there is a thing I hate in this game while some people enjoy it very much. Manual mining. So, we can have a situation when you need something on a scale that is just unreasonable without a farm while you are not into redstone. Or What if you're playing on the Bedrock Edition and there is no farm for that resource? Java Edition Master Race? You know what? I think for the majority of people who don't want to be technical, it is reasonable to manually collect resources you need for your project. For example, I have made Amun biome in my Escalia Let's Play series, and I have manually collected all sand and gravel to make 100,000 concrete. It is usually technical projects that require an absurd amount of items. Well, some resources are more annoying to get manually than others, but I guess if you don't engage with some parts of the game, it is fair that some things are unavailable for you. But here is another problem. Not everyone can initially think through the lens of things being possible to automate. Unless you have seen people in the internet doing automation in Minecraft, you might not even think about an automatic storage system, for example. And when you will be fed up with storage chaos and you will not see a solution for it, you might just quit. Or how about this? What would be your goal in this game without any contraptions? No, do not tell me that box standard. It is a sandbox game, you can do anything you want. No, it doesn't work like that. To continue playing, you need to find a goal for yourself, even if it is not coming directly from the game itself. When I have played Minecraft a long time ago without any automation knowledge, I had no interest in the game, but after watching a couple of technical Minecrafters, I liked that idea and it became fun for me to play. My point here is this. Minecraft relying on people being involved into Minecraft community to know how and why to play the game sometimes won't work because a player might just prefer to play something else, something with more obvious goals. So here's what I think. Everything involved into technical Minecraft should be automatable. Shulker boxes. But not everything should be automatable in a natural way that is easy to understand for a casual player. And it is not because of a desire to keep some content exclusive to technical players, but because having viable automation implies putting effort into it. At the same time, technical Minecraft is a playstyle that can give you the longest playtime, but Minecraft doesn't do much to promote that playstyle within the game itself. If you haven't watched somebody else making farms before, then you are very unlikely to even know that this playstyle exists. Bye bye.